Hey guys, Erin here. So today is your lucky day. I have been working on these courses for Insight Timer, and what happened is they rejected it not once, not twice, but 3 times. So I might wind up doing the course for Insight Timer, who knows? But it's to your benefit because I am taking the, I think, pretty high quality sounding audios and I'm making them into podcasts for you. So the next couple of weeks, you're going to be seeing podcasts on the CLEAR formula, which is how we solve any problem, organize our thoughts, separate out the facts, see what our emotions are tied to our actions and results. And I'm going to be giving you the lowdown on how to use this in a really streamlined way. So this first series of podcasts, there's about 4 of them. I'm going to be going over the CLEAR formula in depth in a way that maybe you haven't experienced before. I do talk about this kind of often, but that being said, it's such a useful tool. Also, I want to announce that I am starting an online coaching group, and it's only $99 a month. I have 6 spots left. If you are interested in joining us, you can reach out Erin at erincoach.com. Those spots are not going to last. When they're gone, they're gone. And this is a reoccurring group. There's a minimum of 3 months. It's all about getting coached, having accountability, showing up every week, having tasks, and be willing to do the inner work. So if you wanted to work with me, but you just haven't been able to afford it, or if you're just curious about it, reach out to me. There is a vetting process if you've never worked with me in any capacity. I'll let you know what that is. And I hope that you enjoy this series of podcasts. Namaste. Hello, welcome back. This is Erin Colleen Garrity, and this is your 3rd lesson for the CLEAR formula. So this lesson, we're going to talk about how to hop from one formula to another. Now, I mentioned in the first lesson that you can use the CLEAR formula to study your patterns and figure out why you're choosing thoughts and really enlighten yourself on your patterns of action, thinking, and emotions and results. In this lesson, I want to talk about how to choose a new reality. Now, with the CLEAR formula, we can use it from the bottom up and we can plug in at any spot in the CLEAR formula, and that's important. So let's say if I asked you, what reality do you want to create? That's a really big question. It's like asking a small child, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they say, I want to be an astronaut. No, wait, I want to be a fireman. No, wait, I want to be a scuba diver, whatever it is. So if you can't grab onto that, if you don't know what your results are, you might know what your results are. And if you do, you can plug that in and then you can work backwards in the CLEAR formula. If you're not quite sure, let's start with emotions. I find that with a lot of my clients that emotions are the one that is able to bring about a manifestation of the whole CLEAR formula. So let's see. How would you like to feel? My favorite emotion is joy. Okay, so I want to feel joy. Okay, so I'm going to write into the E line joy. Now, we can go either way. I can say, all right, what thought do I have to choose to feel joy? And maybe that'll come to me. Maybe that's pretty easy. Or I can look downward in the CLEAR formula because I'm right smack in the middle of it, and I can say, okay, well, how do I act when I'm in joy? So I'm gonna go ahead and go up to the L. So the L, what would I have to choose to think to feel joy? For me, I would choose I am powerful, I am on a spiritual mission, I am loved and supported by the universe. So that's a pretty good compound thought right there. And in my body right now, by choosing that thought and repeating it in my mind like a sacred mantra, I do feel joy. It's vibrating out of me. It's hopefully vibrating through my voice as I record this for you. And when I feel joy, the actions that I take are guided. They are infused with spiritual wisdom. There's an ease and a grace to those actions. And the result of that is whatever I'm choosing to take action about comes true. whatever I put my mind to happens. And so the clear formula in this way, I'm really starting to manifest from different layers. When people manifest, many times they just repeat a mantra over and over again, and they don't connect to the emotion. They don't connect to the feeling. They just repeat. But you need to bring both your mind and your body on board and get as clear as you can, because the universe loves specificity as well as gratitude. And so if you feel it in your body in real time, it's like sticking an antenna out of your head to tune into the radio waves of the universe and say, yes, this is what I'm manifesting. This is what I want. I'm feeling it in my body. It is true for me. Please deliver. And the universe says, okay, kid, you got it. Okay, so now the circumstances, this is where we can play a little bit. Now, the circumstances are neutral, but let's say if I create my own reality, and let's say I have some say in that, for me to choose the thoughts that I did about that I'm powerful and I'm able to accomplish anything and I'm loved and supported, where I would want to be in my circumstance is that I would want to be in my meditation room or in my yoga studio and sitting on my cushion with the lights just so, with some incense going, because in this example, I can control my circumstances a little bit. So let's say I have the scene set, I have all these nice things around me, and then I'm choosing that thought. You know, it's very easy in a quiet environment to choose that. And then the emotion that I have is joy, and then the action that I take is whatever I put my mind to, I accomplish, and then the result is that it makes manifest. So I can use this formula to create my day. I can set an intention. So every day we get to wake up and choose how we want the day to unfold. At least we have some say in it. Now, as we go throughout our day, circumstances are going to change when we step outside of the comfort of our home. And we're going to have to be able to act and choose thoughts and sit with our emotions. And I find that by setting an intention for the day in the morning and practicing something like the clear formula, we can get really clear, pun intended, about how we want our day to unfold. That doesn't mean that there's not going to be variables. Of course, there's going to be. That's life, and that's the beautiful challenge of growth. But I would say that if we have clear in our mind, even if there's variables, to come back to this space of joy or whatever that emotion is that you're most drawn to, then even when you have to take a side turn or you get thrown off a little bit or there's a variable, you have that sort of plumb line that you can come back to, that home base, that masculine structure that you've created energetically, mentally, emotionally. And you're going to be more likely to pull back to that. Let me give an example. Say if I did the opposite. Let's say if I just had no awareness of any of these tools and I woke up and as soon as I opened my eyes, like blink them open, and again, no awareness of my mind or my emotions, and I thought, today's going to be terrible. And then the emotion that I would have is dread. And then the actions that, well, you're going to start drawing things like that towards you, aren't you? And then the results are probably not going to be great because you have to prove the thought, right? So the results prove the thought. If you say and you think my day's going to be terrible, oof, take a moment, my friend. And sometimes this happens automatically if we've had trauma or stress in our life. You just wake up and there's all of a sudden, you might not even realize what the thought is, and there's dread. If that's the case, and if you have time to sit down and try your best to change that, then you're going to change the course of your day in a big way. So I hope that that's helpful. I hope that you see that you can choose your reality based on the clear formula and the intention that you want to set. So try that out, and I'll see you in the next lesson for some troubleshooting. Namaste. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to support the podcast and if it's helping you, please consider writing a review. You can go to iTunes or Google Play, go into the search bar and type in Thrive Yoga Fit Transformational Coaching, scroll down, and you can leave a review. This helps other people to find me as well as bumps us up in the search ratings. Also, this podcast is sponsor-free, so that means we don't receive anything for doing it. If you feel so inclined and this podcast is helping to support you and you want to return the favor and help to support any production costs of the podcast, feel free to give a donation to a Venmo link, Thrive Yoga Fit, or PayPal, Erin@erincoach.com. If you don't have the means, don't worry about it. We're not going anywhere. You're all good. But if you would like to give back, you can give back in those ways. Thank you so much. Namaste.